Right, how easy is it to change the spark plugs on a KV6 engine? I'm going to start with the difficult ones, which are the three down the back here. I can't get my hand in, so the first thing to do is get the coil packs off, I think. So I'm going to have a go at doing just that. Well, I've got one of the bolts out, as you can see. The other one up here, I can't even get my finger in to point at it, is proving problematic. But I don't really want to get into removing the entire inlet manifold, because I think, frankly, that's a bit unnecessary. Focus, maybe? Ah, there we go. Eventually he gets a... Behold, a coil pack! That's the first one out. The next challenge is to get the spark plug out, which is in that hole. Oh, ow. Well, managed to get the first plug out using the extension off the coil pack to pull it out even, and that's nice, isn't it? Clearly a fair bit of oil is getting into that spark plug hole, as it does tend to. Well, I guess that'll be draining into the engine. Might be a bit smoky on next startup, I'd say. And that probably means that the cam cover gasket, that's the silvery bit there, cam cover gasket, is probably not entirely healthy. We'll see how it compares when we do these front ones. Ah, jeepers, we're done. First new plug is in. That was a complete and utter ball ache, and I can only see that access is tighter than the next two. Gosh, I mean, at least they're iridium plugs, so you shouldn't have to change them very often, but this is nightmarish. Just no access. And so far it's taken about half an hour to change one plug. Okay. This is perhaps the most ridiculous job I've ever done on a car. It's only the only one that's required me to get in on top of the engine. These bolts holding the coil pack in are really small and fiddly and impossible to see, and that's not sitting on it. I may have to tell you to stop recording now, because there might be swearing.
So George, what about you help with the car job? It's over there. Hmm?
You're not helping, George?
No. Oh, but it's down there. It needs small paws? No.
Well, it's taken an hour and a half so far, but I've got one bank done. So if you want to answer the question, can you change the spark plugs on a Rover 45 or MG ZS with a V6 engine without removing the inlet manifold? The answer is yes, but it's no fun at all. Although, to be honest, I'm not sure how much more fun it is even if you get the inlet manifold off. So now I've just got these three plugs to do. So halfway there. To get the plugs in, I'm using this old Perodua nipper lead. Here is the nipper, for those who are missing it. Might be going on an adventure next month. Yeah, you can slot the spark plug in and it just goes down. There's just enough for you to just twiddle the lead, and then the hope is, oh no, that hasn't engaged. Of course it happened every time perfectly when I wasn't doing it on camera, but it's like using a bit of pipe, some people do, so you can get it started. No, this isn't working. Typical. Get it started without putting too much strain on it, because you don't really want to cross thread your spark plugs. I'm going to do this off camera because that works better. Right, I reckon I've got it this time. Yes, that's what you want. You want to pull the lead off and the plug stays down there nice and centrally in the bore, and then still don't get a ratchet on it. What you do is you find the bar you were using, which you've left on the floor, and then you get that in there, preferably without the leaves, and again you just make sure it's turning before you start applying any mechanical leverage. So I'm confident that's alright. So we can get the ratchet back on. And this is the last one. I've done them in completely the wrong order. This is number 3 apparently. So this is the odd bank at the front, and that's about tight enough. I don't go too crazy on spark plugs because you don't want to strip the threads, alloy heads, slightly weak. There we go, that goes in there, click. That goes in there, click. T goes in a yarn. While I'm pondering my brew, we can have a look at some of the old plugs. I'm amazed this thing ran, because there's not very much in the way of tip left on that. They are iridium, so it is a very small electrode anyway. But I mean, the rust and crust in some of the threads, these have been in there a long time. So I'm very glad to be able to consign those to the bin. I must apologise, look, I even have my professional kit out here and I haven't used it at all because I've been too busy. Right, let's give her a test run before we put the engine shield back on. I always let the fuel pump do its thing. That sounds smooth and merry to me. It's on light throttle when you most notice a duff spark plug, I think. I think we might not leave that there. Right, let's get that cover back on and we're good to go. Never really get over the enjoyment factor there. There we go, we've got the cam cover, or the acoustic cover, back in place. We shall go for a drive. And it's only taken about 2.5 hours. And there it is. I entirely failed to record a test drive. I was rather too busy transporting a lawnmower, and I can confirm a lawnmower does fit in the boot of a Rover 45, so that's handy. But yeah, I'm not sure when this car's next going to be out, because other cars want their fun as well. But thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe before you go, and I shall see you in a future video. Farewell.